Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, it's the commentary MC, Jackson McKnight. This is episode 1 of RCW Radio. So on episode 1, my guest is none other than the self-proclaimed one true thing in car wrestling. He's made some bold statements in the first few episodes. Just came off a big win against Ben Hopkins. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Mr. Capital.
Hello, Jack. Can I call you Jack? I'm going to call you Jack.
The name's Jackson with an X.
Oh, no, you're good. It truly is a beautiful night, right? I mean, you're having the time of your life. You're in the presence and essence of the one true thing of car wrestling. Your night must be made. You're welcome.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I can't complain. Before we get going into any deep conversations, I gotta ask, why would you attack the Patriot? What is your beef with the Patriot? You cost him possibly the RCW championship.
You see, my beef, quote unquote, I don't know how you can consider it beef due to the fact that I think he's vegan. I just don't get that. My whole thing is with the Patriot. He believes in this true American dream where our people are struggling right in front of his faces, and for some odd reason, he can't do a goddamn thing about it. He says he's the American hero. I say I'm his worst nightmare, and I'm the rude awakening to his pathetic, puny dreams. You see, the people of RCW need to understand that this so-proclaimed hero is nothing more than a phony. And the reason I attacked him, it's simple, Jack, because I can and I will do it again, and I will prove to the world, to every single person in this entire world, that I am the one true thing in car wrestling, and the only standing thing in front of me is that pathetic piece of meat considered a human being known as the Patriot.
But Patriot had nothing to do with you not being in the 4-man tournament for the RCW title. That was Kerry Perry.
Jack, don't state the obvious. Be a journalist for once in your life and actually state something that's, uncommon. See, this little man that is, going around, so happy, all puns intended, known as Kerry Perry, thinks he's all that. See, Kerry Perry doesn't understand that a gentleman by the name of David Rivera signed a 6-figure contract with Ocean, and he is sitting here talking to you, making your night absolutely marvelous. Thing is that Kerry Perry doesn't understand. He believes in these underdog, yip-de-hoo-de-hoo-de-hoo figures. That's not what this business is about. This business is about putting asses into seat. Let's be real here, Jack. You are employed, and you get to call these matches for thousands of people. Me. All right? I'm the person that revolutionized this industry, and for some odd reason, I had a piece of shit like the Patriot picked instead of me. Because why, Kerry Perry? Because you like his colors that make you happy? Please, don't make me sick.
I mean, I get your frustration. I really do. Because let's talk about this.
Yes.
You were in YWF, and
Yes.
you were the internet champion. You main evented their biggest show and
Correct.
won.
Yes.
You haven't been in CAW for a few years.
Yes.
If you want me to state facts, that's fact. You haven't been in CAW in a few years. So maybe there is a reason why you weren't in the tournament. Why would you come back, and why RCW?
See, I'll be real with you. I'm going to keep it 100% because this is unscripted. This is for all those wrestling haters that believe we don't go out there and put our heart and soul into this, all right?
Keep it 100.
I wanted competition. I wanted legitimate competition. But more importantly, I believed that I could single-handedly create an absolute one-car wrestling federation that would be above all else. That would be my cementing my name into legacy. But for some odd reason, when I am absolutely presented with that opportunity by the CEO of this company, the general manager does not believe in his vision. What does that tell you about Kerry Perry? Kerry Perry is a rebel. Kerry Perry does not agree with the authority figures. Kerry Perry should not be general manager, and I make sure I promise you this here tonight, that for a long time coming, no matter how long it takes me, I will make sure Kerry Perry does not have that chair for any longer.
Well, I mean, Kerry Perry has done so many big things in CAW before.
Like what? Be happy and be openly about it? Really? Really, Jack? Is that the thing you consider a success?
I mean, I was a fan, but you know what? If going after a guy smaller than you and a lot weaker than you makes you feel good, then you can do that. But however, episode 2, you went up against Ben Hopkins. Patriot just almost had a chance at becoming RCW champion and main eventing High Voltage while you were throwing Ben Hopkins. What do you have to say to that?
See, Ben Hopkins allowed me to shake off the little bit of ring rust I couldn't do in week 1. Okay, he gave me a little bit more of, I like to say, pure competition, but guess what? Kid came up short. All right, he doesn't have what I have, and that is the it factor in professional wrestling. He doesn't have the glow, the walk, the talk. He has none of it. I do. That was a little bit of a warm-up. You see, Jack, that was something I consider myself to be a little bit of a precursor to what's going to happen this coming episode to the Patriot, because I promise you, when I step into the foot of that squared circle and the bell rings, the only thing you will see is the Patriot getting absolutely destroyed and pinned and making sure that he is humiliated on national television in front of thousands watching there and millions watching around the world. There is nothing that will avoid that. It is an absolute fact that will happen. And if you do not believe me, please, I beg of you, every single one of you, tune in to episode 3 and let's see what the Patriot can really do, shall we, when he's above Ken? How about that, Jack? What do you like about that?
I mean, Patriot's still recovering. There's nothing to be said about him being in episode 3 or even high voltage. You beat the shit out of him from behind.
Oh, no. See,
from behind.
No. See, I'm going to get a match. I'm going to get a match against the Patriot. I will demand it. See, I'm stating you a fact. I'm predicting the future. Call me the wrestling messiah, if you please. I am telling you what is going to happen. I am telling you a thing that is going to come to fruition upon your eyes that you are going to call and be amazed with and recall back to when you have children, stating that the one true thing in car wrestling predicted the future.
Now, I've seen your work. I've seen what you can do, but what if you come up short? Patriot has won titles everywhere. What happens to Mr. Capital? No. Just listen. What happens to Mr. Capital if he gets pinned or submitted anytime soon by the Patriot? What happens then?
Let's say we live in an alternate universe. Let's say somehow, some way, a meteor strikes Earth and accidentally knocks me off the top rope, and the Patriot just falls on me and gets that pinfall right before I kick out. Okay, let's talk about that situation, right? And this is hypothetically speaking. I mean, don't get me in euphoric mode, okay? For some odd reason, if Patriot decides to truly show up, and something in this world will happen that he actually beats Mr. Capital fair and square in the middle of that squared circle, I will, by all means necessary, shake his hand the following week. I will apologize to the Patriot the following week. Only if somehow, some way, in an alternate universe and timeline, he beats me.
I mean, you don't want to underestimate the Patriot, but you know what? If it happens, it happens. I just hope this time you don't attack him from behind, but that's just me. That's just me.
Hold on, you really think I give a damn about what you think? You really think I give a damn and shit about what anyone thinks in the back or any of these goddamn people watching the crowd? Do you really, Jack? If you are a good journalist, you've done your research on me, right? Right? You've done your research. I've
done enough.
You have absolutely the perfect idea that I don't give a shit. I'm not a give-a-fucker. I come to this industry for one reason, to legitimize a company and to make money. And guess what? I'm doing one, but the other was prevented by your goddamn so perfect and happy general manager. All right, you should be ashamed of that because you yourself are not getting the beautiful spotlight you should on your commentary, even though I think it's atrocious. You could be even richer than you are today.
I mean, it is what it is. You can feel how you feel. I just wouldn't. If I was a wrestler and if I was as good as I thought you think you were, I don't think I'd have to attack a man from behind. I wouldn't have to attack a man from behind. That's just me.
Listen. It's nothing personal, Patriot. It's nothing personal. It's just business. In order to, as I like to say, playing mind games and get under your skin, I am going to do what I do best. All right? And I'm going to quote the greatest of all time, Eddie Guerrero. I lie, I cheat, I steal, but I win if I must. It doesn't matter how I get there, Jack. It matters that I do.
You know what? I'm going to tell you one more time. It's Jackson with an X, but it is what it is. You can do whatever you want.
Jack, nothing. Sit your ass down. Don't tell me how to spell your name.
I'm sitting. Thanks. Moving on. Like I said, this is a huge return for you. It's been years in CAW since Mr. Capital, formerly known as Capital Dude, has been in CAW. What are your goals here in RCW?
It's simple. Win the World Championship. Make sure that I solidify my legacy and this company's in history. You see, RCW will be the beacon of hope of car wrestling. People are going to look to RCW for the purest of content, for the most entertaining of content, and a few other jobbers around surrounding that pure entertaining comment being, of course, Mr. Capital, yours truly here. You see, I am going to single-handedly wear that belt and this entire company on my shoulders, and by God, I will make a superstar of every single person that steps into that ring and calls RCW home. I don't want to thank you. I don't want people liking me. All I want is respect that I deserve, and if I have to prove it every day and night, you know I will, Jack. You know I will, and if I have to do it dirty, oh, you goddamn right I will.
Now, let's say everything goes as planned. You get your match with Patriot. You win. The main event of High Voltage is Seth McInerney versus Scott Adams. Winner becomes the first ever RCW champion.
How sorry do I feel for this company because of that?
What happens after High Voltage? Are you going after one of them? Or how are you going to get there? After talking about our general manager like this, how do you expect to get a world title shot?
Simple. I'm going to present him with a statistics plan. Statistic plan A, you don't give me my world title match, and I make your life a living hell, Kerry Perry. I make you plead to your own mother to take you away from this job, to write a leave of absence for you because you are so scared to come to work. You will be looking over your shoulder. You will be begging people not to come to work because of how scared you will be of what I will do to them. You think you can sue me? Guess what? Ironclad contract, damn it. I can do whatever I want to do. You get that, Kerry Perry? And here's the thing, Kerry Perry. And with option A continuing, I will make sure that every single star that you think is yours will be put out of their misery working for you and being booked by you. Is that you give me my opportunity, I win, I take that title, and I make you even more money even though I don't like you, but business is business. That's what happens after High Voltage. Jack.
Jackson. But Jack will do for now. I guess you just don't get it. It's all right. It's all right. There's not much else for me to say to you.
No. I have something to say to you, Mr.
Go
Jack
for it.
McNuffin.
Go for it.
You called me a prick during my match. You really think that I don't have people listening and actually telling me what this quote-unquote prolific commentator says during my matches? Really, really, Jack. What was that about? Why am I a prick? Because I'm better than you? Because you are getting paid to call my matches while I outperform every single person and anything you can do in your wildest dreams? Why I make millions and you sit there on your goddamn chair behind a desk trying to make it into this business and you couldn't solve for you and he invited you to be the commentator? Does that make me a prick? Yeah, I guess I'm very happy about that, Mr. Jack McNuffin.
It's not so much that you can do certain things in the ring, that you can talk your talk. It's your person and the fact you have no respect for this business.
No respect for this business. Really?
That's what gets under my skin.
How do I have no respect for this business when I am one of the greatest superstars in car wrestling? How? Tell me, how do you get anywhere within this business without respect for the business? I don't like people, but I know business, my friend. Well, actually, no, you're not my friend. You're a pathetic piece of shit who calls himself a commentator. Let me rephrase that. See, you know, Jack, I really have this feeling that you don't believe I'm the best. You don't think that Mr. Capital is the absolute best and is the one true thing in everything that car wrestling has to offer. I think that deep down inside, not even that deep, you hate me for a grudge against me. Maybe not because I don't respect the business, but because I'm simply better than you. And I am everything you deserve and you feel that you deserve to be. But, newsflash, you're getting paid to watch me. Let that sink in. You're getting paid to call a match of a person you despise in the middle of that ring in front of millions of people. Well, does that make you, I don't know, shiver at night? Make you a little bit sweaty? Has a little bit, sleepless nights in there for you when you're wondering what in the world is going to happen in the middle of that beat on Mr. Capital? Well, let me break it to you. You know how crisp I am in that ring since you've done your research, and you say you have. You know how good I am. I don't botch. You don't never see a botchamania moment with Mr. Capital. You will never, ever in this entire goddamn see anyone say that they saw a bad match with Mr. Capital. So why is it? Why am I a prick, Jack?
Why you attack a man from behind who not only has accomplished more than you have, has gained more popularity than you have, has actually earned a spot in the tournament.
Whose net worth is worth more?
Well, let's face it. You haven't been in CAW in about 3 or 4 years.
No. Hey, you say he's accomplished more than me. Whose net worth is more right now?
I don't know what Patriot gets paid. You'd have to ask him.
I know. Point of an icon contract. I know all the figures. That's why I asked for the highest paid contract. Guess what? Every time you think you can one-up me, Jack, I will have another ace up my sleeve. There's no way you can beat me or anyone in that locker room can beat Mr. Capital. You have to understand, I don't really believe anyone in the back understands who I really am. You notice how I have a private limo? You notice how I fly first class? You notice how I have a separate lot every goddamn show? There are 5 women ready for me to just go, whoa, to quote Ric Flair, one of the greatest of all time. You notice that none other person has that other than me. What does that tell you? My friend Jack, what does that tell you?
Well, you know what? Just for your sake, because there is part of me that actually does care about you. For your sake, I hope you win. Because you're going to look like the biggest fool in CAW if you get pinned or submitted by the Patriot, who's won about every title in every Fed he's been in. You are going to look like a fool. So you know what? If you do get the match, it will be an honor for me to commentate. Not because you're so great, although you are very talented.
I am.
Okay.
You're damn right, it'll be your honor. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because you believe. You truly believe that the absolute best will be in that ring when Mr. Capital steps between those ropes. You know it, even though you don't want to admit it as much as you say you do. You know it. You are so afraid that I will win because I'm going to shove it down your throat every single night. I'm going to walk out, I'm going to point at that commentary table, and I'm going to make sure that you say that you were wrong about me, Jack.
But why would you try to focus on me? Isn't it Kerry Perry?
Call me Julius Caesar. Call me Julius Caesar. I can do multiple things at a time and keep it 100, and I'll come on the top of every goddamn thing I'm doing by the end of it. And that's why I call myself and back it up with the one true thing of CAW wrestling. See, that's not just a little tagline I put on my t-shirt to make money, which makes a lot of money, don't get me wrong. It's the thing that makes me me. No one can back it more. You have to understand, Jack, that what you believe to be this disrespectful persona is nothing more than arrogance that gets backed up every day. It's not showing off if you can back it up. Am I wrong?
You may be right, you may be wrong, but when someone judges someone's sexuality because they didn't put him in a tournament, that seems like disrespect
sexuality. To me. I never say he. Hold on. Don't twist my. Don't try to be CNN like with Donald Trump. Don't try to twist my words. I said.
Did you or did you not bring up Kerry Perry's sexuality? Did you or did you not say?
That little guy who walks around smiling all day long. You can quote me on that. You can go back to the interview.
You said he eats ass. You said he eats guys' ass in your promo. Yes, you said that. You said that.
And he does. I have nothing against that, but his breath needs a mint. I mean, whoo-wee. I mean, Lord have mercy on Capital Soul, because I mean, God, Jesus.
All right, so let's face it. You don't like Mr. Kerry. You don't like Kerry Perry's breath. You don't like his booking. You don't like the Patriot. You don't like me. You don't like haters. Is there anything you don't like other than yourself?
Yes, indeed. Women.
I can't disagree with you on that. And what else? What else? You like?
Gold.
You like women. Gold.
Money. And guess what? I have 2 of those things. The other one, the gold. Mark my words, Jack. Sooner than later, you're going to be announcing me as the world champion, day in and day out. And every time you interview me, you're going to have to call me Mr. Champion. You're going to have to respect me. You will stand up when I enter a room. You will be pleased when I grace my presence to you. You will make sure that every single person at home understands that they are watching something absolutely perfect and that will never ever be witnessed again. And mark my words, it will happen. I am on my knees begging you to understand that this is going to happen. I need you to be ready for this. I need the entire locker room to be ready. There is no jokes. People who are doubting me, oh, I'm begging you. I'm on my knees begging you not to, because afterwards, every single person that did, you will regret it.
All right, now let me ask you this before time runs out and I have to let you go, unfortunately. But
Yes,
here
indeed,
is a
tonight will
question
be
for
horrible.
you. What is your perfect scenario of winning the championship?
I don't have a perfect scenario, Jack. There is no perfect scenario. I don't live in the future. I live day by day. I set very, very, very few long-term goals and a lot of short-term goals. And guess what? I've accomplished a lot of my short-term goals I set 6 months ago. A lot of them. Some of them are on the horizon. The perfect scenario doesn't exist, because any scenario where Mr. Capital holds the gold around his waist at the end of the night when people go home happy, that is a perfect scenario. Monies are worth, time as well as making money, and the locker room will be in check. That is a perfect scenario.
Perfect scenario, but ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's me, Jackson McKnight, with my first guest, Mr. Capital, the one true thing in car wrestling, as he likes to call himself. This is episode 1 of RCW Radio, and this is so sadly going to wrap it up.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the time, Mr. Capital. I hope you back up your words, because you're going to look so stupid if you don't.
And I won't.
I guess that's it. Have a nice night, everybody.